put it where it's
Okay. I have to, mine just sits on the floor, so I use the camera now and then. All right, I put in 9.8 gallons. Yep.
Afraid it'll slip under?
What now?
Aren't you afraid it'll slip under your feet
No, it
sometime?
doesn't go anywhere.
Just the glove compartment?
Yeah, and there's a, that's like where, I think there might be a bag, those are those bags. In case you need one. Map accept, okay, back. Okay, so, we're going to, I'll show you on the map. We're going to Portsmouth.
Wait a minute, okay. There.
So we're here at Bolton. Portsmouth is down here, kind of on the river. So I'm going to tell it, I want to go direct to, and its name is KPMH. So I go down here. Hey, nope, that's not what I want. Yeah. KPMH, direct to. So that's 65 miles, about 32 minutes of flying time, but we'll go a little bit further south of that to fly along the river a little bit because it's purdy. Okay. Gotta set the altimeter. I may already have the weather information. Portsmouth is calling the altimeter what? Nobody knows. All right, well, we'll get it from the tower. No, don't have the weather yet. Okay. All right. Everything's ready to go. We have to wait for the oil to warm up to 120 degrees. It's at 83. So we sit here for a minute. Actually, I could call the tower and go ahead and taxi. There's another airplane. 1,100 feet above us, which is probably pattern altitude, maybe coming into Bolton, maybe just left. So this is that nice little traffic thing. And when this purple goes away, that means it will have downloaded all the weather information, so we'd be able to see any kind of rain clouds or thunderstorms or anything like that, but it takes a while for that to load up. Okay. Bolton ground, experimental 284 Delta Golf. Two hangars ready to taxi departing VFR southbound.
284 Delta Golf, Bolton ground, runway 4, taxi via Bravo and Alpha, wind calm altimeter 3018.
Bravo Alpha 4, unless we could get 22.
Experimental 4 Delta Golf, yeah, we can work a 22 departure if you'd prefer, runway 22, same route, Bravo and Alpha.
That's Bravo Alpha 22 for Delta Golf, thank you very much. That's a much shorter taxi. Runway 4 is clear to the other end of the runway. And since there's very little wind, it doesn't really matter. But that's their calm air runway. So it saves a little bit of time. Okay, run up complete. Over to tower. And we're ready to go. You ready? Now what's going to happen is it's a very quick takeoff. It's going to take about 10 or 15 seconds. Nose is going to come up and I'll just kind of hold it there and it'll just fly off. It should be very, very gentle. All tower, experimental 284 Delta Golf, ready to take off runway 22 at Alpha 1, departing VFR southbound.
Experimental 4 Delta Golf, Bolton Tower, runway 22, clear for takeoff, southbound departure.
Clear for takeoff, southbound departure 4 Delta Golf. Vertical video. Can't believe I married you. Wait, the geese. 3 geese just went right across the runway. So about 3, 2, 1, and it'll fly. There it goes. Alpha will be right down there. neighborhood.
Traffic. Autopilot.
Oh, no hands. Autopilot. See that round barn over there? That's like the one up at the park. Probably the only two of those in the country. I haven't told YouTube where we're going yet. We're going to Portsmouth for breakfast, and this is my wife flying with me, and the very first time in this airplane. So be gentle. Comments. I get good YouTube comments. This is probably the hilliest part of the state. If you go off to the east a little bit, you get into the Hocking Hills area. Let's just glass smooth today. This is easy.
Oxford traffic, Cessna 27 Golf, turning final for runway 5, full stop. Oxford traffic.
Actually, 36 is what we're going to land on also, into the wind. So the wind was actually favoring runway 36. So we got about 7 minutes to go.
50 traffic 5556 uniform.
A lot of people flying today, awful lot of noise on the Unicom.
And we're coming in from the south.
He's not used to headsets, so they're uncomfortable.
649, full stop, Portsmouth. Bearing air track 33 Romeo, turning final for 7 at bearing.
I'm kind of holding off on this descent because it might get a little bumpy 1,000 feet lower. And, trying to keep this as smooth as possible. She doesn't fly with me much and gets a little motion sickness.
At 3,000 feet, continuing on to the west.
But it's 10 miles. We're going to have to head down.
Cessna 178 back, crossing over south to north, 3,000.
Going to track to get me on a left downwind and descending to 2,500. Airport in sight. And track over just a bit more to the east. There we go.
Papa Whiskey will be coming in for a long final on Portsmouth traffic. 13 Romeo is turning final for 36.
Okay, good. We do care about that one.
And air tractor Marion, you on the ground yet? That's fine, we're just going to make a left base for 3-1.
And I'll give him a call at about 6 miles. We're at 7.7 right now.
And Marion traffic, cap 3420, wearing on about a mile and a half left base for runway 31. Marion.
Altitude.
And pattern altitude here is
Yeah, we're coming in.
1,700.
So, yeah, thanks.
Marion traffic, Cessna 34 Echo is 10 miles southwest of the field.
miles north, inbound left traffic, runway 36, Portsmouth.
Marion traffic, Cessna 34 Echo, enter left upwind for runway 7, Marion traffic.
So we get the nice panoramic view of the valley here. You can almost see the river. That's the Ohio River. You can just see it over the crest of that hill kind of going away from us.
Yeah, I see it.
It really jiggles around quite a bit.
This would never work.
3470 for left base for runway 31, Marion.
Still very, very green. Couple more months, all this turns. All right, I'm going to hand fly now.
Pilot, disconnect. Approaching altitude.
She's kind of chatty, isn't she? Approaching altitude.
Just like the GPS in the car.
Every time she says leaving altitude, I want to sing leaving Las Vegas. Sheryl Crow. Portsmouth traffic 284 Delta Golf is now 3.5 miles north, entering our left downwind runway 36 Portsmouth. Only heard one other airplane going in, but not too crowded yet. It'll be crowded with people that just go to the restaurant, don't fly in, they drive in. This one gets pretty crowded.
Is that maybe their trash thing?
They're building a highway, they're building a bypass around Portsmouth. So it's going to run right along here. You can see it over there too. It comes real close to the airport. They're having to build 26 bridges. It's going to take years and years and years.
Left upwind for runway 7, Marion traffic.
Oh, so up there too.
Yeah, it's going to go all the way around Portsmouth.
26 bridges?
26 bridges. It's going to cost a fortune.
Because of the river?
Because of all these hills. They can't tunnel through them. Well, they could, but bridge is cheaper than a tunnel.
Attention all aircraft in the vicinity of Newmarket Aircraft. They will be jumping. Fly the airfield, use extreme caution in the vicinity of Newmarket Airport. Add some jumpers in the air, approximately 2 minutes, 10,500 and below, Newmarket.
Just say jumper and
Yeah, you hear that from Waynesville too. They jump like Sheila did. Lancaster too. There's one of the bridges. It's parachute jumpers. Oh wow, there's a lot of planes here. 7. More than usual. Well, of course, it's that kind of day. Now you can really see the river. Portsmouth traffic 4 Delta Golf is midfield left downwind 36 Portsmouth. Well, there's 7 plus 1 taxiing out, so there were 8.
what's that right there?
I don't know what you're seeing.
Huh.
I gotta land right now, so we'll...
Must be just a field, but it's odd shaped.
Oh, it's so hilly. They have to work within the terrain, and of course they probably don't want to cut down a bunch of trees, even if they're allowed to. Nose is going to bump down a little bit when I pull the flaps up, or put the flaps down, just so you're warned. There we go.
Philadelphia traffic, Piper 4766 Alpha, 5 miles from the northwest, entering the downwind for runway 3.
They got a lot of this done.
Marion
Or at least
traffic, Cessna
flattened out.
34 Echo is turning left upwind for runway 7, Marion traffic.
Portsmouth traffic, 4 Delta Golf, left base 36, Portsmouth.
Leaving altitude.
Leaving Las Vegas. This is pretty down here. This is one of my favorite landings. Go right over to this farm.
I'm sure they appreciate that.
Oh, they don't hear it. We're idling. They don't hear us on takeoff. Doesn't even disturb the cows.
But the goats don't like.
Portsmouth traffic 4 Delta Golf final 36 full stop Portsmouth. That's so pretty. This is a nice little farm down here too, big rusty barn. That guy built his house just so he could watch airplanes. Didn't even feel it, did you? That's an excellent landing. Come on.
Better than the last one. Yeah. Coming back from New York.
I don't know. Oh, well, that was a professional. You can't expect them to land like that. They don't care. They're getting paid. They're not trying to impress anybody. Oh, they're all leaving. Big crowd coming out.
36 for departure.
Good, we won't have to wait for a table.
Oh, that doesn't mean it's empty. It's Sunday, so like the after church folks and everything, it gets pretty crowded. It's a good restaurant. We just gotta find a place to park. Oh, there's Bob Leffler's plane, RV-10. Bob Leffler. I don't know if you ever met him. He keeps his plane up at Delaware.
I know the name.
Yeah. Actually, no parking spots to be had here. Guess it's limit 3. We'll go around the other side. Try to stay within the lines. Go park behind Bob. It's a beautiful airplane.
Red, white.
Yep. He's got, that's a gorgeous airplane. There's another, that's an RV-6 or RV-7 sitting next to it, RV-7A. So it's RV day. I don't know where to park. I want to be on one of the yellow lines, but I'm going to turn this off before I forget.
Zulu, weather, wind, 030 at 4, visibility, 10, clear, below, 12,000, temperature, 2.
Okay, same runway, same wind. Breakfast done. Camera's on and recording. See, here's some of the Lefter chalk sitting out here. That guy that just left. And those are hard to see. And if you hit that, I mean, you could hit that with your propeller, or that's just rude to leave him sitting there like that. If I'd have seen it sooner, I'd have returned it for him.
Can't believe they don't carry their own chalks.
Yeah, that's another thing. I mean, you can't count on them being there. I mean, unless he comes here a lot. These guys always have lots of them. Most airports do. But to me, it's easier just to carry your own. Okay, oil's still nice and warm.
Especially when you have specially made ones.
Yeah. Well, some airplanes that have like wheel pants can't use those big wooden ones because they won't, like Kyle's, he has wheel pants, so they won't fit under his cowls. So he has to carry, or yeah, his wheel pants, chocks won't fit under. So he just carries his own like I do. Boy, that corn is,
I know,
that's amazingly tall.
It's already tasked.
Yep. Another good corn year. I'll go ahead and do our quick bag check. All good. Let's tell it where we're going. We're going back to someplace recent. Bolton, direct to. Okay. We're looking for. It is a bright, clear day, not a cloud in the sky. And we're all locked up and ready to go, so we're just going to roll right on out and take off. Set. Go. Portsmouth traffic, experimental 284, got the Golf departing runway 36, straight out Portsmouth traffic. Wind is calm enough that you want to look, make sure nobody chose to land to the south. Because it's up to the pilot. When the wind is soft like this, you can choose any direction. So we keep a good eye out for who's coming from the north and the south. Might be a little bit choppier going back since it's starting to heat up a little bit. Outside air temperature is 76 degrees now. But we can go higher. It'll be smoother the higher we go. So we can go up to 4,500 or so. Maybe it'll be smoother. If it's not smooth at 35.
Or did it say 76?
There. Now that's going to drop. We'll lose about 2 degrees per 1,000 feet, so it'll cool off as we go higher. It's already down to 74. Nobody around. Nice open sky.
Yeah, left.
Yep.
Autopilot.
There's some bumps.
It's like she's whispering in my left ear.
Yeah, she speaks little sweet nothings to me as we fly along. She's kind of naggy though, kind of like in the GPS in the car. But I let her fly the plane a lot, so I got to stay on her good side.
Mason County, 9 reception, Mike Alpha, 5.5 miles to the west, inbound. Mason County.
And once we're away from this by a few miles, I'll come back to Bolton Tower because it's a lot quieter. Right now I'm just listening to see if anybody else is coming into the airport. Like there's this guy, but he's going right on by and he's 2,000 feet above us.
County traffic, Mall 912, Echo left base, runway 5.
So 8.5 minutes from Bolton and a very gradual descent. Basically, at 200 foot per minute, we were up at 4,500 where it's nice and cool and smooth. There's tuna clouds now. That's Rickenbacker over there. Big 2 runways over there. That's Rickenbacker. And you can see downtown right up there. I'm doing sightseeing.
That's Columbus?
Yep. Well, over there, you can see the buildings. I'm just changing the engine by about 10 RPM at a time to manage that little blue arc. So we get the pattern altitude. Whoops, that's too much. Get some power off of that. There we go.
I put it in my calendar.
Okay. So we're 10 miles out. At 8 miles, I'll call in. Given the wind conditions, I'm probably going to be asked to report a 2-mile right base for runway 4. We'll see if I'm right or not. And now at 3,000 feet, we're picking up a little bit of light chop. Slow down, those won't be as bumpy. Alright, I might want to go, we're going to land runway 4, I'm going to want to go off to the west a little bit, so we'll go to track. Crank that over there, will set us up for a right base for 4.
Autopilot. Disconnect.
I'm in charge now.
It's our neighborhood.
Huh?
Neighborhood.
It'll be right off the end of the runway, so I don't know if you can see. The only thing you can really see from here is a tiny little white radar tower, and then the runway's coming right to left across, and we're right off the end of it. We're going to go right past it. He's going to land me on 4, so it'll be right in front of us. Full tower, experimental 284 Delta Golf, 8 miles south inbound landing. Hello.
Terminal 284 Delta Golf, Bolton Tower, sorry, what direction were you coming in from?
We are 8 miles south.
Terminal 4 Delta Golf, maneuver further straight in or report, or left base, report, right base, report 2 miles out either way. Wind is calm, not to miss 3017.
There'll be a 2-mile right base for Delta Golf. He gave me a choice. That doesn't happen very often. Sounds a little hungover. 5 miles. You see it now, right? The airport? Right out front?
Yeah.
So we're just off to the left of it. That'll become a lot clearer when we get there. I mean, we'll be pointed right at it.
Leaving altitude.
So on runway 4, see how much the airport's clear up towards the other end of it. I land long on runway 4. I land about halfway down. And we got to call him in another mile. I don't want to forget.
You won't.
I have before. Not when I'm alone, but when I have people with me. Old Tower 4 Delta Golf, 2 mile right base, runway 4. Third land.
Terminal 4 Delta Golf, runway 4, third land.
Third land, runway 4 Delta Golf. I don't know what that big white thing, see that way up on the horizon, that big white thing?
Yep.
I don't know what that is. There's the Twin Towers.
Yeah, I know. By Worthington?
Yep. There's the neighborhood, see? Right in front of us.
Is Tony and Missy's house?
Yep.
Are we going to?
No, was it? No. Guy in the tower, like, where the hell are you going? Those are the big expensive houses. You can see campus. See the Twin Towers up at campus. Lincoln and Morrill, I think they are.
Right.
Now you can see the neighborhood. See who moved and who didn't. We didn't. I'll do that today.
Oh?
Yeah, the backyard's getting long again.
You just mowed.
I know. It's growing season. I don't know. Backyard's really long.
It rained. It rained.
Yeah. Last time I landed right on the numbers and made that first turnoff because there was somebody sitting there waiting to take off. That was some precision flying. I was inordinately proud of it. Feel the heat coming off of the runway. Feels like bumps. Another greaser. Now he's going to tell me to turn left Alpha 3, taxi straight ahead to park, monitor ground, point 8. Good anyway.
Is that an airplane?
He really must be hungover.
Is that a
I'm going to have to talk to him here in a second. He usually just tells me.
Is that a helicopter or a...
It's an airplane, I'll show you in a minute. Full ground, 4 Delta Golf, off the runway, Alpha 3, taxi to park.
Terminal 4 Delta Golf, taxi straight ahead Alpha 3 to park.
Straight ahead, Alpha 3, 4 Delta Golf. Usually he just trips up and says it. That's a Cessna 337 painted like an O2, which was a Ford air controller in Vietnam. It's a twin engine airplane, one in the front, one in the back. And I really like them. I doubt it, I don't know if that's really an well, is it O2? I can't remember if it was an O2. It was one of those observation planes that they would go out. They could fly a lot slower than the jets, so they could see targets, and they would fire white phosphorus rockets to mark the target. Then they would tell the jets, just bomb my smoke.
Odd.
They're neat little airplanes.
Paint job.
Oh yeah, that's the military paint job, but it was a civilian airplane, or you could get them as a civilian airplane.
This guy coming out to it?
It may be military. It doesn't have a spinner on it. It might actually be a veteran. It's got the antennas for it.
This guy left his plane all open.
Yeah, they get hot if they don't. So that might actually be a Vietnam era 02. I think it's an 02. I don't know. Cessna 337 if you buy one as a civilian. Oh, are you guys still on? Turn them off.